Hello, welcome to English Wizard. If you ask me what are the fundamentals of the English language or what are the basics of the English language, my answer would be tenses. What are tenses? Why are they important? How many tenses are there in English? In this class, let's find out all about the tenses. Tenses are verb forms that are used to describe the time of an action or an event. Tenses show when an action took place, whether it happened in the past, whether it's happening now or will happen in future. For effective communication or to communicate effectively, knowledge of tenses is a must. As I have said, tenses are verb forms. Go, write, play, call. These are called verbs in English because they indicate actions. All these words are action words. Go, write, play, and call. Here you can see the past form of the verb go. It becomes went. Past participle form of the verb of go is gone. Write, wrote, written. Play, played, played. Call, called, called. These words are called, the last two verbs are called regular verbs. The first two are called irregular verbs because their past and past participle forms change. It's not the same. Go, went, gone. Here, past form of the verb play and past participle form of the verb play remain unchanged or they remain the same. So they are called regular verbs. We can also say first form of the verb, second form of the verb, and third form of the verb, or V1, V2, V3. It means verb form 1, verb form 2, and verb form 3. Present form of the verb, past form of the verb, and participle form of the verb. Whenever we hear the word tenses, we get tensed because it's so confusing. Learners, especially beginners, have a lot of confusion. Nothing to worry. I will help you, I'll guide you. All you're required to do is you have to watch this video till the end. Let's discuss the aspects of the present tense one by one. There are four forms in the present tense. We will also learn how to form positive sentences, negative sentences, and interrogative sentences in the present tense. The auxiliaries used in the present tense are, I have written them here, am, is, are, has, have, has been, have been. All these words are called auxiliaries. Now let's learn how to make sentences or form sentences using these auxiliaries. As you can see here, go, went, gone. Most of us get confused when we are to use them in sentences. Unless and until we learn how to use them in sentences or which form of the verb should be used, we can't speak effectively. It's very, very essential to learn when to use go, when to use went, and where to use gone. As you watch the video, you will also learn the difference between have been and has been, the difference between has and have, and all these auxiliaries. As I have said, there are four forms of the present tense. They are simple present tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, and present perfect continuous tense. Now let's learn how sentences are formed in the simple present tense. Simple present tense is used to describe actions that happen regularly. We use it to talk about unchanging situations, habits, and general truths. Do you know which form of the verb or what form of the verb is used in the simple present tense? If you don't know, I will tell you. In the simple present tense, we use V1 or the first form of the verb. Present form of the verb we use. That is go. If we take this example, write, Next one, play. The last one, call. The base form of the verbs are used in the simple present tense, or the first form of the verb is used. When we form sentences in the simple present tense, we also add either s or es to the verbs. When s or es are added to the verb or the base form of the verb, it becomes go becomes goes, write changes to writes, play changes to plays, call changes to calls. How to use them in sentences, and what is the difference between go and goes, write and writes, play and plays, call and calls, we will find out with examples. The point that you need to bear in mind while forming sentences in the simple present tense is these words or these verb forms go goes, write writes, play plays, call calls. We use them in the simple present tense to make positive sentences. When we are to form negative sentences, we use don't and doesn't. Let's find out how positive sentences and negative sentences are formed in the simple present tense. I will explain it to you with the examples. There are many sentences here. You can have a look. When the subject is I, we, you, and they, we use the base form of the verb. The first form of the verb, we, one. We can replace this verb with any other verb, and the rule is the same. When we use the verb call here, instead of play, we say I call him every day. We, you, they. When the subject is I, we, you, and they, we write the base form of the verb or the first form of the verb. Look at this sentence. When the subject is he, she, or it, we add s to the verb. It becomes plays. Please note, when the subject is he, she, or it, we add either s or es to the verb. Here I have added s to the verb. It becomes plays. He plays cricket. In English, in the simple present tense, when we form sentences, we don't say he play cricket. It's wrong. We have to say he plays cricket. One more sentence here. He writes well. So next time when you form sentences in the simple present tense, when you make positive sentences, make sure that you write the base form of the verb when the subject is I, we, you, and they. When the subject is he, she, and it, you have to add either s or es to the verb. Now let's learn how negative sentences are formed in the simple present tense. There are some examples here. In the simple present tense, when we are to make negative sentences, we use the auxiliaries don't and doesn't. We must know the difference between don't and doesn't to speak English confidently. When the subject is I, we, you, they, as you can see here, we use the auxiliary don't. I, we, you, they, we use don't. When the subject is he, she, it, we use the auxiliary doesn't. We say I don't know, we don't know, he doesn't know, she doesn't know. We don't say he don't know. It's incorrect, it's wrong, because when the subject is he, she, it, we use the auxiliary doesn't. When the subject is I, we, you, they, we use the auxiliary don't. In this example, we have used the verb play. I don't play cricket. The verb play remains the same. The base form of the verb we should write after don't. They don't play cricket. You don't play cricket. we don't play cricket, and I don't play cricket. Look at this example. I don't call her. Don't we have used because the subject is I, we, you, and they. Call is the base form of the verb. You can see here. Moving on to the next example, when the subject is he, she, it, we use the auxiliary doesn't. Here too, we write the first form of the verb after writing the auxiliary doesn't. He doesn't play cricket. The last example here, he, she, or it doesn't call her. When we form interrogative sentences in the simple present tense, we use do, does, don't, and doesn't. How to use them in sentences? Let's find out. Look at this example. Do you like the book? Here we have used the word do. Do you like the book? We can't say in English, does you like the book? It's incorrect. We say, don't they study well? We have used don't because here the pronoun is they. When the pronoun is you, they, I, and we use do and don't. We don't say, does they study well? Because when the pronoun is they, we use the word don't. We can't use doesn't. In this question, you can see we have used the word does and doesn't because the pronoun in this sentence is he. Here it is it. Does it work? Doesn't he go to college? We can also say, doesn't she go to college? But we can't say, doesn't you go to college? We say, don't you go to college? More examples here. Using WH words, how do we form questions in the simple present tense? What do they say? We don't say, what does they say? Because when the pronoun is they, we use the word do. What do they say? What do they want? Where does she work? Here we have used the word does because here the pronoun is she. Where does she work? We can also say where does he work? Look at this example. When does he call? Here the auxiliary used is does because the pronoun is he. If we use the pronoun they here, does changes to do. When do they call? How do we know? Here, the auxiliary used is do because the pronoun is we. How do we know? I think it must be clear to you now. Why do we say I don't know, we don't know, you don't know, they don't know? But he doesn't know, she doesn't know, it doesn't know. In positive sentences, we say, I like coffee, we like coffee, they like coffee, you like coffee, but he likes coffee and she likes coffee. In this class, we have learnt how we should use do and does, don't and doesn't in sentences. Here are some questions for you. If you have understood what I have explained, I'm sure you will be able to answer them correctly. Try to answer these questions using the points that I have explained to you in this class. Question number 1, I dash him daily. Meet meets. They dash hard. Work works. One of these options you have to choose. He dash well. Cook cooks. She dash the plants. Water waters. We dash don't doesn't care. They dash don't doesn't know. He don't doesn't try. It don't doesn't sink. If you have answered these questions correctly, it's a sign of improvement. It means you have understood the topic perfectly. If you have got all these 8 questions right, it will be easy for you to continue. With this, I wind up my class on the simple present tense. In this class, we have learned how to form positive sentences, negative sentences, and interrogative sentences in the simple present tense. Try doing more exercises. It will be of great use to you when you learn English. In my next video, I'll talk about the present continuous tense. I will continue from where I have left. Try to form as many sentences as possible using different verbs. With this, I conclude today's class. Thanks for watching. Follow for more.